This video will cover how Brexit affects your print-on-demand business, whether you're in the UK or not, and whether you make money on Redbubble, or Amazon, or Etsy, or even if you send physical products yourself. It's all affected differently, and it can be confusing, so let's just calm the F down and figure it out. Firstly, what is an EORI number? You'll probably see this acronym a lot from now on. EORI stands for Economic Operator Registration and Identification, which sounds a bit scary, but just allows customs authorities to identify who's importing and exporting goods. Having an EORI number means you're allowed to move goods between the UK and other countries, including those in the European Union. Brexit means that the UK has left the European Union, so we lose certain benefits of being a member, such as the ability to import and export goods without fees. The EORI allows you to continue to do that if you're in the UK. If you don't have an EORI, you may experience increased costs, delays, and may even have to pay storage fees if HMRC can't clear your items through customs. The good news is, it took me less than 5 minutes to apply for an EORI number from this link, which I'll put in the description. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page and click the green button. So, do you really need one of these? If you sell products using print-on-demand websites like Redbubble and Merch by Amazon, then it's important to know that you are not the merchant. You are licensing your designs to be sold by the merchant, which is Redbubble or Amazon or whoever. When they sell a product, you receive a royalty payment, which is your profit. That means that customer service and import fees aren't your problem. You can continue as normal. Great. However, if you are the merchant on other platforms, like if you've got your own website, or if you do dropshipping with a service like Printful through Etsy or eBay or similar selling sites, then you will be affected. That's because most dropshipping companies have fulfillment centres outside the UK. Printfuls are located in Spain and Latvia. If you're in the UK and a UK customer orders from you, they might end up having to pay an import fee. So if you advertise yourself as a UK-based shop, but your fulfillment is handled in another country, then it would be a good idea to let customers know that before they purchase, so you don't get angry messages asking why there are import charges. This should only apply if the value of their order is more than £135. I don't know about you, but it's rare that customers order more than £135 worth of items from me in one go, so this should be fine for most people, unless you're targeting high-end customers. One way to avoid this entirely in future is for Printful to open a fulfillment centre here in the UK. I asked if they were going to do that and they said they were thinking about it, but there's no immediate plans. The other issue is that Printful have to charge 20% VAT on orders going to the UK now, which cuts into your profit margin since the cost isn't passed on to customers. You can avoid this if you've got a valid VAT ID, but this requires registering as a business, which has many other issues associated with it. And I'm guessing that if you're watching this and just doing print on demand, you aren't VAT registered. Personally, I'm just going to pay the charge and continue as normal, maybe upping my cost to UK customers if it gets too much. That's a personal decision you'll have to make for your own stores, but from my perspective, I'd rather have slightly less profit than miss out on UK custom. Finally, if you sell physical products and send them overseas yourself, you'll definitely need to use the EORI number on your customs declaration form. Whereas before you didn't need to do that, and in many cases you didn't even need a customs label, which was nice because it's really annoying having to fill out even more paperwork. But that's exactly why I love print on demand, because manually packaging products and taking them to the post office to deal with grumpy staff is already a hassle, but even more so when you add extra labels and numbers into the equation. So, in summary, if you just use print-on-demand sites like Redbubble and Merch by Amazon, it's all good because it's very hands-off. They're responsible for the customer service. If you're responsible for your own customer service, like if you dropship on Etsy or eBay or similar, then be aware that your customers might get an import fee if they're from the UK, and there might be other charges like VAT. And if you send physical products yourself, you need the EORI number, which is really easy to register for. I hope that was helpful. If you want to take your existing designs from Redbubble or Merch by Amazon and make triple the amount of profit just by listing them on Etsy, I've got a video about how to do exactly that. Watch that one next and be sure to subscribe for more content. See you next time.